BG Lil Pat and shit. And forever, however my name came up, it came up, right? Yeah. Oh no, they was talking about me being from the low end and shit, right? So on BD, he brings it up. BG tells 16. 16 said some weird shit in the beginning anyway. He said some shit like, man, they be making it seem like Tay can't even go outside. Woo, woo, woo. Like, and BG Lil Pat had to tell him, like, boy, Tay be here where he be at all the picnics, bro. That's a real face. Don't nobody play with him. So you as my homie, you on this bitch making it seem like I don't be outside or niggas saying I can't be outside, for, but niggas that sitting on the couch gotta tell you like, no, he be outside for real. He a real face. Like first of all, where that narrative come from, bro? Like who around this bitch making it seem like I don't be outside or I can't go outside, folks? You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of shit just be like, bro, what was your point of even saying that, bro? I be outside all the fucking time. You get your first thing on your interview platform though was to make it seem like I don't be outside. Or niggas saying I can't be outside. It be niggas creating these weird ass narratives, folks. Like, it be weird, it be like, and then this my homie saying this, like 16 have been outside with me. I've been outside, 16 been out this whole time, for it's like, why is you even making narratives of acting like people be acting like I don't be outside, folks? You know what I'm saying? I be outside so much, my fans and supporters be having to DM me like, bro, stay in the house, bro. You be outside all the time. And there's a lot of y'all on here right now that follow me on Instagram that be doing that, folks. Y'all literally be telling me like, damn, Tay, you be outside. Like this whole summer, all these, y'all literally be saying this shit, folks. So he get on the interview like, man, folks, damn, they be making it seem like Tay don't be outside. Like, bro, no, you making it seem like that. On Steve, you creating these narratives of trying to drive these type of points, folks, literally. You know what I'm saying? So BG Lil Pat give me my flowers. He say, oh, they be making it seem like Tay don't be outside or he can't go nowhere. No, you making that up right now, folks. And you be in Iraq and you follow me on the gram just like all these other niggas. You know I be outside all the time. I be outside on weekdays, weekends, dry days. Like, I really be out here, folks. And you know this, 16. So I don't understand where that came from. As you as my homie, you helping drive narratives, pulling shit out of thin air, like niggas be saying I don't be outside, folks. I be outside a little too much. I ain't even gonna lie, folks. You know what I'm saying? So that was the first weird thing. So then now, he like, man, he asking Lil Pat shit about like all this shit about me and my block and why they got it, why we back jamming and all that type of shit, right? And mind you, bro, BG Lil Pat, he don't know this situation. Like, he don't know what's really going on or none of this shit, bro. But 16, you as a nigga folk that's close to me, you know what's going on. So I told folks, like, bro, instead of like helping like drive some narrative like you don't know why or like you don't get what's going on, you rather sit up there and act like, oh man, yeah, folks. Or not, I don't even want to say this came out his mouth, but you rather help drive a narrative on BD to the point where you gonna help another nigga initiate some narrative that, oh, this is why this happening. Mind you, folks, then 16, he keep talking about some, yeah, folks, don't go over that shit why I said never mind. You said never mind and then went into it. Like, well, I'm supposed to give you credit for saying never mind, and you said never mind. No, they don't got shit to do with you, and then was like, oh yeah, and kept going into the situation. You don't get no cool point. That's like me saying, oh, fuck that shit, folks, don't do that. And then a motherfucker like, don't do what? And I'm like, man, matter of fact, yeah, just go ahead and like get into it. Like, nah, bro, that ain't. You don't get no cool points for saying, no, they don't got 16. Don't mean they don't got shit to do with you, folks. And then going into the shit. Like, I don't get it, folks. On Lil Steve. So now, y'all gotta understand, bro. The reason I contacted 16 about the shit is cause he's my homie. At least I thought he was. If you my real homie and I got an issue with something, folks, as a homie of mine, I'm supposed to be able to come to my homie about some shit. Right or wrong, y'all. So I come to my homie because a nigga from my block sent me the shit. I ain't even get the shit on the Instagram or nothing. A nigga from my block sent it to me like, what the fuck type of shit is 16 on? He trying to like drive narratives that we all back together because of cause you a streamer and you lit. Like what? What type of shit is that? And I'm like, yeah, like I looked at it like what type of shit was that, folks? You know what I'm saying? So I contact folks because this is my real homie. And I'm telling my real homie how I really feel. At least I'm looking at him in my eyes as a real homie. He tells me like, I ain't say that. He said it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, okay, bro, but you helped drive the narrative, folks. First of all, you started it off making it seem like niggas be acting like I can't come outside. Nigga, I be outside every day. You creating narratives, bro. You know what I'm saying? Then when a nigga saying what he's saying about why he feel like my block fucking with me, you like, yeah, that shit don't seem genuine and all that. Like, what? Like, you ain't even have to do all that, bro. I'm Steve Gray. And if you really feel like you don't know the situation of why me and my block back together or why we all doing our thing, folk, you could have asked. Because you my real homie with my real direct contact and my real and a nigga that I really explain shit to. Then, folk, you know what a lot of shit, folk? Like, a lot of shit be blowing me, folk, because it really be like, everybody be trying to, or I don't even want to say everybody, but niggas be really trying to drive this narrative that this shit is brand new, bro. That this shit, like, just because you don't know what's going on, or y'all just not seeing this shit, and it's just now out in the open, folk, that don't mean that this shit ain't been going on, folk. I'm gonna show y'all this picture, folks. This is me and Trigger, folks. This is me and Trigger 2 years ago on the bricks, on the back of the block. I've been going in my hood. 3-4 years ago when Mimo told me I couldn't even go on my block before I came in my hood with a 30 and went live. To show y'all, like, bro, I don't be on my block because I'm Tay. I don't have to stand on my block every day, all day, nigga. I built that block. I built that block, built brick by brick. Me and my crew. Why the fuck do I gotta be on the block every day to make you niggas think that I can still go in my hood? I don't gotta do this. When niggas went outside on 600, I was. So I don't gotta prove to no niggas that I be on my block. I don't gotta prove to no niggas that I can go around my niggas. You know what I'm saying? So just because you niggas starting to see me on the internet all the time in my hood or in my hood on social media, that don't mean it's just starting to happen, folks. But y'all rather go sit on these interviews and shit and make it seem like this shit brand new. It's just starting to happen now that I'm lit streaming, bro. I've been going in my hood for about 5 years. I didn't give a fuck to make it every time I go in the hood. Even when I be on the block now, a lot of the times, folk, y'all don't be seeing me post that I'm on the block. Y'all see other niggas post that I'm on the block. That night Breezy made that fat ass video of all of us together in the hood. Did y'all see me post that? Did y'all see me make any post saying, oh yeah, we on the block, we in this hood, I ain't do that, bro. Breezy did that. I don't feel the need to advertise when I'm on the block because I don't give a fuck to do it. I don't have to. You know what I'm saying? So now, a nigga tell me, now I cut it to my homie, thinking this nigga my homie, on Steve. I'm still treating him like a friend, confronting my homie. He basically blowing me off, low-key though, like, man, look, I don't give a fuck how niggas feel, or I ain't in a position to be kissing niggas' ass or making niggas, like, doing what niggas feel I should do and all of that. Like, he telling me basically that. Because I'm telling him, like, bro, my block think this weird as hell that you even coming like this. On BD. I'm telling folks this. Man to man, like, this shit look weird, bro. And you as my homie that know everything you know, for you to even sit there and let a nigga or let a narrative be created that this is only happening because I'm lit streaming, or I'm only a back around because I'm lit streaming. You could have nipped that in the bud with everything you know. But instead, folks, you let a motherfucker drive that narrative and you fake went with it like, yeah, bro, that shit just don't seem genuine. Like, what? Like, come on, bro. You could have left that shit alone when Lil Pat gave me my flowers and say, Shorty, a real face. He really be outside, folks. You know what I'm saying? He really be outside. Niggas don't play with him. You could have left it at that. But instead, you wanted to come back and then try to make it be like, bro, before I was even lit streaming, I was in my hood, y'all. When I just thought this shit, I didn't even know this shit was considered streaming. I didn't know this shit had a real live thing. I was just going live tweaking with y'all. Y'all remember that? When I used to actually come on here, smoke woods and do a whole bunch of shit, folk. Like, not knowing that this shit really even had any money or it was a lane for this shit. I was going to my block, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, a lot of shit, bro, I just felt like that wasn't no homie shit. So now, cool, leave it at that. And then, folk, this how I look at this shit, right? I watched 16 whole live, basically, folk, before I even came on here, because I wanted to be right when I came on here talking, folk. And basically, folk, what folks told, what he did, folk, he made it, he kept telling y'all, like, yeah, I ain't gonna really go into why we got into it and all of that, because there's some personal shit that I wouldn't really tell y'all and I wouldn't put out on the internet. But then you go and put everything else out on the internet to make me look bad, and you put everything else about the situation between me and you out on your stream. But the reason why you feel a way about me. And I don't think that's 100, bro. Because it was cool for you to read our text messages and say all this other shit about what happened between us, but the root of the problem you didn't want to put on them, folks. I don't know. I guess you think the root of the problem, if they find out the root of the problem, a lot of people not gonna agree with it, or a lot of shit not gonna people gonna look at it like, oh, that's weird or whatever. But on BD, you put out every other part of why we got into it. So you left that out, but you gonna read our text messages, read shit I'm telling you, read shit you telling me, make me seem like a fake ass nigga, and then try to, like, the root of the problem, you don't want to say why. You don't want to tell us why. If you was gonna say everything, bro, and you was gonna make some content out of what we went through, you should have just told them why you mad at me then. You should have just told him why you mad at me, bro. And then this is another thing that I'm going to say about 16 too, before I even get into why he mad at me. 16 said some shit on that, bro, that I'm going to be 100 with you. I'm not going to let fly. He said some shit like, yeah, when I was up, you used to be begging me to do work and do content and this and that. And that shit used to help me more than it helped you. And yeah, and I done did shit for niggas. I done took shit down for niggas and all of this and that. You said all of that, right? Let me fact check that right now, bro. And I love you, 16. These two homies that used to be homies get into it. But on Lil Steve, I'm gonna fact check some shit, bro. Nothing nobody ever did for me on no platform. If you was not Say Cheese or Adam22, No Jumper, or Vlad TV, it's no platform that I ever been on that benefited me more than I benefited them. No platform, folks. No platform. I ain't never in my life begged a nigga to do nothing for me on no platform, because a nigga couldn't do more for me than I did for them. Let's put that on the net right now. That shit is cap. That shit cap. Ain't no platform. I ain't begged a nigga to do no shit with me. I didn't need a nigga interview more than they needed me on their platform. Never. Then the motherfucker say some shit like, yeah, and I took shit down for niggas and did this and that. 16, bro. I did a lot of shit and I missed a lot of money for you too. You had a lot of shit going on that I didn't cover on my platform because you my homie. And I wasn't gonna never get on my platform and cover nothing sensitive about you or cover nothing that could have made you look crazy or put more spotlight on no negative shit you had going on. And you know what you was doing on your platform, bro? You was interviewing niggas you know I didn't like, asking them about me, knowing they finna say shit that's gonna be negative about me, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, real shit, bro. Like, you said I did a lot of shit, and you missed a lot of shit for me, but I missed a lot of shit for you. And I ain't never let a nigga get on my platform disrespecting you, talking about you negatively, saying your name in vain. Nigga, never. Ever. If a nigga ain't like you, I ain't like him on Lil Steve, and I wasn't gonna give him no airtime to ever disrespect you on Lil Steve. Ever. You was giving niggas airtime to disrespect me after I put you in position, bro. I never take credit and say I put no nigga on or try to make it seem like I build niggas up and shit like that. But on Lil Steve grade, bro, when you came to me, folk, when you had a lot of shit going on, 16, bro, and you was trying to figure out what you was gonna do in life and the next direction you was finna head in, I told you, I said, nigga, you could interview me. And I was on house arrest for a pipe, nigga, couldn't even leave my crib. You was trying to figure out where you wanted to go in life, bro. And I told you, nigga, you interview me. I said, once you interview me, everybody else gonna come because they gonna see you a real platform. That's why Von them came. That's why all these other niggas that had notoriety, folk, in the streets, they came because I got on there and I made that shit a valid platform. I showed like, all right, niggas with real clout getting on this platform. This bitch, this shit really, this a real platform, folks. I did that, bro. And then, folks, I kept coming and giving you interviews, bro. I told 16, yeah, 1,000 times, y'all. And when I told him no, he said I wasn't his friend. That's really why me and folks, like, this situation is really going on, folks. I told 16, yeah, 1,000 times. Put thousands, tens of thousands of dollars in folks' pocket from YouTube. And the moment I said no, or the moment I said, give me a minute, or I ain't doing it right now, on BD, he was going around telling niggas we ain't friends, folks. 16, you studied talking about you weren't talking about me, bro. I just watched your whole thing, bro. You said you wouldn't consider me a friend because of the shit I did to you, bro. I watched it, bro. I ain't skipped nothing, bro. I only stopped watching that shit when you got to talking about Von and shit. I watched it, bro. You was talking about me. You was talking about me, bro. And mind you, y'all, before y'all get to saying I'm doing internet shit and this gay and all of that, I ain't the one making content about my homie. My homie making content about me. I'm up, sitting up, them there finna cry, folks, because I'm realizing my right-hand man's birthday is today. LA birthday right now. I'm trying to pick up the pieces and see what I'm on and how I'm feeling. And a motherfucker sending me a motherfucking link to a motherfucker on live talking about a situation that happened between two niggas with a lot of history in private. I wouldn't have never in my life got on this bitch talking about 16 in no way, folks. And then, folks, I ain't like what folks did either, folks. And I love you, bro, but you did some weird shit. You tried to compare what you was just doing on your stream to me talking about the shit of me stealing your car. 16, I didn't really steal your car. You know that, bro. That was just clickbait. I never stole your car. You gave me your key. I was driving you around that night. You got wasted and I had your key. On Steve. You woke up the next day, you wanted your car right back. I was busting some moves in your shit, and on Steve, you got mad. I ain't never stole shit from you, bro. I ain't never took nothing from you. I would have never been nowhere making content about you, bro. You made content about a real situation we had going on, and then I listened to the end of the shit. You turned around and said, shit, as long as y'all here, and as long as I can monetize off this shit, and all of this and that, I know this what y'all want to hear, so I'm talking about it. Like, damn, bro. So just make content about a real situation that happened between two friends in private because you can